We all know rappers love to stand out, whether it's Jay-Z with his own $40 million jet, or Drake in his Bugatti and other cars. But today, no rapper flaunts his money and expensive items like 6ix9ine does. He probably has more chains than most of the hip-hop industry combined. Tekashi 6ix9ine is a rapper from New York who started out from SoundCloud and got attention when he did songs with the likes of Nicki Minaj and Young Thug. He's one of the biggest and most controversial figures in the industry and has already been behind bars more than once. Even after the feds confiscated his belongings and he got robbed outside of a strip club, Tekashi has quite a collection of expensive things that cost more than your whole life. His jewelry alone costs $2.5 million. So, let's look at a list of things owned by Tekashi 6ix9ine, which most of us only dream of getting. But before we get into that, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. Little Pony Chain. We all know that haircuts are very dear to rappers. The weirder the haircut, the more famous the rapper. Tekashi 6ix9ine was released from prison in July 18, 2018, and he announced on Instagram that he was going to get a fresh new haircut. Now, we've all seen Tekashi and his rainbow-colored hair, so the fans were pretty excited if he was going to keep the dye or change it to something even more ridiculous. He did get a haircut, but that's not all. He saved some of the rainbow-colored hair to put on his new chain. Yeah, you heard that right. Tekashi is very proud of his chain, called the Little Pony Chain. It's cost him around $750,000 and is said to be the hottest jewelry in the game right now, at least according to 6ix9ine. The idea behind the chain is that it's supposed to resemble Hasbro's famous animated unicorn. It even has rainbow-colored eyes and real hair, which is Tekashi's own. You've got to be thinking, why does the chain cost so much? After all, it's just his own hair and rainbow-colored eyes. Well, you'd be surprised to know that the whole chain is made of diamonds. The chain has some top-tier diamonds embedded on it, making it definitely worth $750,000. Shark Chain. If you thought the rapper would come out of jail quietly, then we're here to tell you that you are wrong. Tekashi came out blazing, throwing both middle fingers high up in the air in the frenetic video for his return from jail single, GOOBA. In addition to his shining diamond grill and signature rainbow-colored hair, he also bounced back onto the scene with a giant new piece around his neck, modeled on Bruce, the snarling shark from Finding Nemo. Except, made up of gold and diamonds hanging from a necklace thicker than a fat baby's forearm. This piece was done by Jimmy Boy, and according to him, Tekashi had spent around $2.5 million on jewelry with him. The necklace itself weighs almost 3 kilos in just gold. The diamond weight on the chain is about 135 carats, all baguette and round diamonds. The price of the chain is not known to the public, but we assume that it cost Tekashi more than $600,000 and is one of his most expensive pieces. Jigsaw Chain. Tekashi got a new chain from Jimmy Boy in celebration of his debut project, Day 6ix9ine, dropping. The rapper's new piece has an iced-out head of Jigsaw from the Saw franchise that he claims cost him $300,000. The piece matches the tattoo of Jigsaw's face that 6ix9ine has on his cheek. This chain is a huge thing because the rapper got 2 expensive chains in just 1 year. That's almost $500,000 worth of jewelry in just a year. Would you ever spend that much on jewelry if you ever had the money for it? Clearly, Tekashi's been getting some money to blow. Jimmy Boy asked 6ix9ine how he managed to afford the chains. He simply replied that his time in LA got him paid. While the chain serves as a celebration for the release of his latest project, Jimmy Boy shared a post of the chain with a message about how his latest creation was a win for all Southern jewelers who've caught flack in the past for their work. RollsRoyce Phantom. This item is a little more reasonable compared to the other things on the list, but as we all know, a Rolls Royce doesn't come cheap. And if it's a Phantom, and that it costs some $120,000 more than a regular Rolls-Royce. This car is definitely for the rich, and the people who like to show off their money and look classy. The RollsRoyce Phantom is a top-tier luxury car, and is owned by every big-time rapper, like DJ Khaled, Jay-Z, Meek Mills, and 6ix9ine. It's said that the one owned by 6ix9ine is custom-made and has a rainbow shade inside, but he's never shown it off. You've gotta be thinking of how much this beast of a car cost him. Well, consider your life savings depleted if you choose to buy it. A RollsRoyce Phantom costs more than $450,000, and if it's custom made like DJ Khaled's, then it'll cost you a measly $50,000 more. Rainbow spinner and 6ix9ine rings. Another notable thing about 6ix9ine is his hands and the rings on them. You often notice different rings on his hands, but he regularly wears two specific rings that are very important to him. One of them is a rainbow spinner, and the other is made up of diamonds and has 6ix9ine embedded on it. Tekashi's jeweler, Jimmy Boy, makes most of his jewelry, and Tekashi just loves his work and the things that he makes. He gives shoutouts to Jimmy on Instagram often, while flaunting the jewelry made by him. The best thing about the rings is that both of them spin on his fingers. The rainbow-colored one resembles his iconic hair, and you already get the idea behind the other ring. But how much did he spend on those? Well, it totaled out to a whopping $80,000 for both of them, so $40,000 on each ring. That is an absurd amount of money for a pair of rings. But again, we're talking about Tekashi 6ix9ine here, and absurd is exactly his thing. We hope he keeps them safe, because that's a lot of money on his hands. Spinning chain. Tekashi's spinning chain is his most iconic jewelry. He's worn this chain for a long time, and it's surprising someone still hasn't robbed it off of him. This is one of his coolest looking chains, and the best thing about it is that it actually has 6ix9ine on it, which spins. The piece was done by his jeweler Jimmy Boy too. It's less expensive than other pieces of his jewelry, but that doesn't mean it cost him nothing. For most people, getting this chain would be impossible too. This chain has diamonds and gold on it and costs around $150,000. He's worn this chain the most because he thinks that this chain is lucky for him. Even when he has other ones on him, he never takes this chain off. Rolex. We all need a watch to keep track of the time, especially in jail, when time is all there is. Tekashi has a whole set of watches, but his Rolex stands out the most. It's made up of pure gold and diamonds. This item, too, was crafted by Jimmy Boy, and is one of his best pieces. There's a little story behind this watch, too. When Tekashi was arrested in 2018 on drug and robbery charges, the feds confiscated most of his belongings. So he needed to give away his items to the people he trusted. Tekashi 6ix9ine sent his glamour model girlfriend the $35,000 Rolex from prison as he faced racketeering, conspiracy for murder, assault, drugs, robbery, and firearms charges. He sent the watch to Jade on her 22nd birthday, so no one suspected anything. That's a pretty expensive watch for a birthday present, but we all know Tekashi's love for Jade. But right after getting out of jail, the rapper got his watch back and still flaunts it. The rapper recently went live on Instagram and flaunted another one of his watches, saying, "If you don't have this, sorry, you a little boy. I cannot take you seriously." This is probably a diss towards Meek Mills, as both of them are involved in a feud right now. The price of this watch is unknown, but we all know that it probably costs a ridiculous amount of money. His grill. A lot of things make the New York-based rapper stand out, from his 200-something tattoos to his black and white heritage. But one thing that's the most interesting about Tekashi is his rainbow-colored teeth, as they're pretty unique. But these teeth aren't something you can get at any dentist. And even if you can, they're going to cost you a fortune, and you might even have to lose all of your life savings. And we're not kidding. The rainbow piece is made up of pure 14-karat white gold. The best thing about the piece is the different color scheme. You must be wondering how much all these teeth are. Well, these cost Tekashi something around $15,000. But you have to keep in mind that 6ix9ine is a pretty famous celebrity, so he may have gotten a discount. If you're going to get these, it'll most likely cost you around $25,000. But if it gets people's attention the way Tekashi got it, then maybe it's all worth it. That's our list of the most expensive things 6ix9ine owns. Will you ever be able to buy anything on his list? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching. Remember to like this video and subscribe with notifications on to join the monthly giveaway. And as always, my Instagram will be in the description down below. Make sure to check that out and follow me so we can become Insta friends. See you in the next one. Bye.
This video is over now. You'll find something else to watch, or just watch this video. I know we had a lot of fun, but you can't stay on this end screen forever. This video is over now. So why are you still watching this? Do you not have